Let's talk about that Tokyo Toy Show build of Sonic 1. This was back in June of 1990, so very early in development, and Sonic Team had put together a demo for this convention. It's still debated whether this build was shown publicly or only behind closed doors, and even whether it was actually playable. Some articles from the time called it a self-running demo, but Yuji Naka himself later claimed it was playable. Well, Sega even planned to include it in the Sonic Mega Collection, but the original file is apparently lost. For many fans, uncovering this seemingly lost build would be like finding the holy grail of Sonic's development. Anyways, what survives are just a few magazine screenshots and photos. They show an early Sega logo, the title screen, and a rough green hill zone with a very different background. Sonic's sprite also looks noticeably different from the final version, and in one screenshot he faces this large hopping jaw enemy. It's straight from Oshima's concept art, remember? And in another shot, there's a sign reading, "You are welcome, never open." Just another lost artifact. The demo ends with Sonic running beneath a static Japanese banner that reads, "Debut Sekkin," which means debut approaching. The next time Sonic appeared was at the Winter Computer Electronics Show in January of 1991 in Las Vegas. This marked the true public reveal of Sonic the Hedgehog for the Genesis. Not only was it shown, people could actually play a demo. By then, the game was much further along in development, and it was well received at the show, even earning the CES Award for Innovation. This build, shown later in magazines and coverage footage, looked much closer to the final game. The title screen was nearly complete, and Green Hill Zone's background finally scrolled properly. Still, there were clear differences. There's some unused objects like the checkerboard boulder, altered layouts, and quite a bit of color changes. The sunflowers, for example, had pink centers instead of green. In addition, Labyrinth Zone appeared unfinished, while Marble Zone featured UFOs in the background with a red palette, elements that would later be scrapped along with a different lava design. Spring Yacht Zone, still called Sparkling Zone, had a completely different background and layout, and Scrap Brain Zone, then known as Clockwork Zone, also looked very different from the builds that followed. As the first Sonic game neared release, Sega continued to ramp up marketing with TV commercials, a cameo in the movie Wayne's World, and another showcase at the Summer CES and the 1991 Tokyo Toy Show. In Japan, fans got a special preview on Sega Shinsaku Soft Video. Think of it as a promotional VHS series. This build looked close to the final game, but there were still some quirks. There's missing sounds, unused objects, and some objects that never made it into the final version. Not long after, another promo aired showing a version that was nearly finished. The Sega logo was in place, all zones seemed to be locked in, with only tiny little oddities like spring yachts, bumpers giving infinite points. And then finally, in June 1991, Sonic the Hedgehog launched in North America and the UK, and the following month worldwide, and the rest is history, as they say. After numerous builds, only one prototype has surfaced publicly and became available in 2020, so fairly recent. But others, like the elusive Tokyo Toy Show demo, they remain lost to time, for now. Along the way, many assets were left on the cutting room floor, though much has since been documented.